Please stand by.
Hello, you complete humans, you. Zero here, Private Eye. I know it's been a while since the last transmission, but I've been busy. Hey, being the proud owner of the only registered non-sentient hovercar in the Andromeda arm isn't cheap, and being a PI in today's marketplace is a major pain in the sphincter. But luckily, every once in a while, I get a case that is interesting to say the least. Most of my cases, boring. Debt collection on Ganymede, missing pet xylopods, copyright infringement on a particularly catchy jingle in Sector 7, pretty mundane stuff. At every cycle, the universe throws a real curveball. This last one involved a food processing plant, a celebrity chef, and a catastrophe of epic vegetative proportions. The client was a corporate representative, a gelatinous blob named Glorg, who smelled faintly of panic and ozone. He represented the whole galactic grain group, a major purveyor of synthesized foods. He said, "Zero, my friend, my only hope." Glorg's voice vibrated the air so hard my internal fluids almost separated. "It's the Cosmic Crisp Heads, our premium genetically engineered self-chopping lettuce. They're exploding." I wiggled my ears nervously. Exploding, Glorg? Like a little pop of overripeness or an evacuate the hemisphere kind of explosion? "The last one," he said, "at our main processing facility on Kepler 186F. Entire shipment for the Grand Nebula banquet. We've got lettuce debris embedded in structural beams. We've had to issue calamity pay to the janitorial staff." I took the job. The fee was substantial, and come on, I was intrigued. Salad is supposed to be healthy, not incendiary. Flew my beloved non-sentient hovercar, Molly, out to the Kepler facility. It looked like a giant blender had gone rogue. Lettuce shrapnel, which, when genetically engineered, is tougher than standard plasteel, was everywhere. I examined the remaining crisp heads. They looked perfect, emerald green, sturdy, and vibrating with an unnerving inner energy. Scanned for external interference, sabotage, weapons-grade radiation, residual quantum entanglement, nothing. The explosion was coming from inside the lettuce. I spoke to the foreman, a gruff, multi-limbed chap. "Tell me about the process. What's new? What changed?" He insisted, "Nothing. We grow them, we harvest them, we blast them with the standard nutrient vibrapulse just before shipment to lock in the crispness." "The nutrient vibrapulse?" I repeated. "Show me the unit." It was a huge humming machine. I ran my analysis and everything was calibrated to the usual frequency of optimized nutritional infusion. Standard. I was about to pack up and label the case Act of Vegetable God when I spotted the employee break room. Taped to a vending machine was a hastily scrawled note. "Pulse machine is too loud. Turn down the bass. Dave." I tracked down Dave. Dave was a young, nervous intern, covered head to toe in tiny green lettuce bits. "Dave," I asked calmly, "what did you mean by turn down the bass?" He fidgeted. "Well, the nutrient vibrapulse machine makes this really deep thrumming sound, and I like listening to my podcasts while I work, so I saw a dial labeled acoustic resonance control, and I thought, I'll just knock down the low end. Didn't want my audio muddied." I checked the machine again. The acoustic resonance control was exactly what it sounded like, the control for the low-frequency component of the pulse. Dave hadn't changed the main frequency, but he had drastically cut the lower stabilizing frequency. I ran the numbers through my translator. The crisp heads were engineered to be perfectly stable at the standard nutritional frequency, but they had a highly sensitive structural resonance point, a kind of molecular tuning fork, at a much lower frequency. By cutting the damping signal, Dave inadvertently allowed the tiny, residual vibrations in the factory floor to excite the lettuce at its resonant frequency. I said, "Dave, you didn't dampen the sound. You created sympathetic destructive resonance in genetically modified produce. Basically, you turned factory-made lettuce into exploding plant bombs." The case was closed. Motive, a desire to listen to bad celebrity gossip unimpeded. Weapon, an unfortunate misunderstanding of acoustic physics and plant biology. Glorg was thrilled. Dave was reassigned to the asteroid scrubbing crew. It's less explosive. And I got paid. Just another day on the clock, trying to keep the galaxy from collapsing due to poor audio mixing and dangerously crisp produce. The universe is a delicate machine, folks, and sometimes the smallest fall-up results in a catastrophic vegetable detonation. Who knew, right? Maybe for now, I'll stick to missing xylopods. Those only explode if you feed them after midnight. Anyway, that was the case I was working on. Not the best case, but definitely one of the weirdest. But hey, even those can be interesting. Also, it's only a matter of time before I get a really cool one. I'll make sure to keep you posted when that finally happens. Who knows? Maybe one day I can finally introduce you to my hovercar and the love of my life, Molly. Granted, she is non-sentient, for now anyway, but I am still so incredibly proud to have her. Also, as you probably noticed, I figured out a way to add music to my transmissions. Yeah, I'm still tweaking it. Let me know what you think. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in and see you in the next transmission. Peace out.
Transmission terminated.